Have you ever found yourself hesitating over a task, thinking, why should I be the one to do this? Maybe you feel it's not really your responsibility, or that you're not ready just yet. Perhaps you tell yourself, I'll be better prepared later, or the expectations are too high right now. Let me wait until things settle down. If that line of thinking sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many of us have felt this way at some point. And when these thoughts start to take root, we often find ourselves trapped in a subtle but encompassing mental state, despondency, that feeling of resistance, detachment, or lack of drive. Despondency can show up in different ways. Sometimes we aren't emotionally aligned with the task at hand. Sometimes past setbacks cloud our confidence. Other times we understand why something needs to be done, but we just can't summon the energy to begin. Whatever the trigger, there's often a deeper cause behind it, a stagnation in the mind, a kind of energetic standstill that blocks clarity, motivation, and flow. And when this stagnation takes hold, it rarely comes alone. It often brings with it a set of companions, a short attention span, low concentration, and a quiet erosion of self-belief. These struggles may not always scream for attention, but they gradually affect how we think, feel, and act. And sometimes there's an even more subtle culprit feeding into this cycle: distraction. You may have experienced it. You set aside time to work, you prepare your space, and you sit down with good intentions. But within minutes, you find yourself checking your phone, scrolling through chats, browsing the web, or striking up random conversations. This kind of distraction may seem like a minor issue, but it can actually be one of the root causes of deeper mental fatigue and low engagement. The mind, when pulled constantly in different directions, loses its rhythm, and that loss of rhythm contributes to the very stagnation we're trying to overcome. To create real, lasting change, we need to go beyond the surface. What we're dealing with here isn't just a lack of motivation, it's an imbalance in how our internal energy flows. Let's break this down. Distraction often reflects a blockage of energy, a mental restlessness that prevents our focus from settling. To clear this blockage, we need to restore flow. One of the most effective ways to do this is through creative engagement. We have discussed about it in another context in which distraction was the primary struggle. Although distraction wasn't the central challenge in this case, the energy block at this level still demands equal attention as in the previous scenario. Activities like painting, playing a musical instrument, writing, or crafting, anything that helps you create something meaningful, can help bring the mind back into balance. When we create, we redirect scattered energy into a focused, harmonious flow. On the other hand, stagnation, low attention, and poor concentration often reflect a lack of energy, a depletion rather than a blockage. To replenish this, we need stimulation at a deeper cognitive level. The solution? Analytical activation. As we've explored before, the same practice will awaken the energy at this level, just as it did in the earlier case. This means consciously involving yourself in mentally challenging tasks, solving puzzles, tackling strategic problems, learning something complex. These actions reawaken dormant energies and gradually strengthen your capacity to focus. Creative and analytical exercises are powerful tools. They help restore energy, bring clarity, and re-establish mental rhythm. But they are just the beginning. To truly overcome despondency and its associated struggles, you must take one step further. And that step is discipline. The discipline to redirect your thoughts every time distraction creeps in. The discipline to return your focus to the task no matter how often your mind drifts. The discipline to show up for yourself, even on days when your motivation feels low. This kind of discipline isn't built overnight. It requires consistent effort, moment by moment, day by day. But the more you practice it, the stronger you become. Over time, what once felt like a constant inner battle begins to feel like a steady flow of inner mastery. Many have walked this path before and emerged stronger, clearer, and more aligned with their purpose. And so can you. Despondency, low self-esteem, and mental stagnation are some of the deepest inner battles we face. They challenge our sense of self, our motivation, and our dreams. But they also offer something extraordinary, the chance to grow, to evolve, and to rise. Because once you break through these layers of resistance, a new world opens up, one filled with clarity, purpose, and possibilities. All it takes is willingness, effort, and the courage to face yourself with honesty and commitment. The journey may be tough, but the destination is worth every step.